The death of Stephen. 1. In the halls of ancient power, stood Stephen bold and brave. A man of faith, with words aflame, prepared to face his grave. Before the council, he stood strong, with righteousness his shield. Defending truth, proclaiming love, refusing ever to yield. With eloquence and fervor, his voice rang through the air. He spoke of prophets and of Christ, a message they could not bear. His eyes aflame with holy fire, his heart ablaze with zeal. He dared to challenge those in power, to them would never kneel. But envy stirred within their hearts, their minds consumed by spite. They sought to silence Stephen's voice, to dim his shining light. Accusations flew like poisoned darts, they charged him with deceit. But Stephen, undeterred, pressed on, his faith he would not cheat. He recounted stories of ancient days, of God's redeeming grace. From Abraham to Moses' time, he painted heaven's embrace. The council's anger burned like fire, their rage they could not hide. Yet Stephen stood with steadfast heart, in God he would abide. With heavenly visions in his eyes, he saw his Saviour's throne. And as he spoke of what he saw, the council no more would postpone. Blasphemy! They cried in fury, their hearts too hard to see. The truth within Stephen's words, the message to set them free. In that moment, Stephen knew, his end was near. His destiny entwined with fate, his purpose crystal clear. They dragged him out, beyond the walls, to take his final breath. But in his eyes, a peace profound, he embraced his coming death. With stones they struck him, one by one, his body racked with pain. Yet Stephen, in his final moments, chose not to plead in vain. Instead, he called upon his Lord, forgiveness on his tongue. "Receive my spirit," he cried out, his faith forever sung. And in that sacred moment, as his life slipped away, the heavens opened wide and welcomed Stephen's soul that day. A martyr's crown now adorns his brow, a hero of the faith. His legacy forever etched, in hearts that still await. So let us remember Stephen, his courage and his might. A man who stood before the council, a beacon shining bright. Though death has claimed his flesh, his spirit still soars on high. And in stories and hymns of valor, his memory will never die.